Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a new tool that I created. This is a utility tool that is for educators, meaning that if you work with students on any level, doesn't matter if it's K through 12 or university level, or even if you work with a group of people that are not necessarily directly involved in education, but you need to divide them into groups to work on an activity, this tool would be perfect for you. We're going to jump right in because I want to show you exactly how this works. Starting with the top, right here is the first tab, which is what you're seeing, is what you're going to use to group students automatically. So how this would work is that you would just copy and paste the names. I have some demo student names here, so I'll click this to introduce them into this space. So you can see now we have 20 students. And here is where you can change the group size. So how many students or individuals you want in the group. So let's increase this to 5, okay? And if your group involves assigning a group lead, you can do that. So I'm going to click on that so that it randomly assigns a group leader, which by the way, you can override later on. And that is it. All you do is paste your students' names, select the group size and click generate. So let's go ahead and see what that does for us. All right, so here we are. And with one click, we have 4 groups. And as I mentioned before, it has assigned these guys as leaders, but you can change it. So let's say you want to assign 2 leaders instead of 1. So now we can click on this student and assign the student as a leader. Or let's say you want to remove the student from being the leader. You can click and it unassigns them. The other thing you can do is change the names of the groups. So if the names of the groups have to be different for some reason, you can delete what is here and override it. Once you're satisfied with this, now you can save it as a PDF. With this PDF, you can print it out or you can email it to your students or anybody that needs to receive this document. You can use this area here to change the title of the document. And there's an area here where you want to add some footer information. You can add that here as well. This area here allows you to customize the groups even more. So if you have a specific type of group you want to create for a certain type of activity, you can use this space to do so. All right, so let's take a look at what it looks like as a PDF. You can view it first as a PDF before you save it, or you can go ahead and directly download the PDF. Let's take a look at what it looks like when we preview it. So here is what that looks like. And of course, if you want to print it out, you can go ahead and print it or click download to save it to your device. So that's it with the groups tab. The next tab is a seedings tab. I already have the demo student list loaded here. And here is where we would organize our sit-in grid. So we have 4 rows and 5 columns. So let's say 5 and 5, okay? And click generate. And it creates us our seating charts. You have the front of the room, and here the students have been organized into the 5 by 5 grid. We can also print it out. So click on open so we can preview it and then print or save it to our device. All right, so here's what that looks like. You can go ahead and print it out or save it to your device. The next tab is a random student picker. So let's say you're working on an activity and you want to randomly assign a student to an activity. As long as your students are loaded in the roster, all you need to do is click this button and it picks the student, and then it keeps track of the students here so you know who has been assigned. And if you want to exclude the students that have been originally picked from the pool, go ahead and check this box, and the next time you run it, the students that have already been picked will be excluded. So very simple tool, but it is complementary to these two, so I figured it'll be a nice addition to this classroom utility tool. The next tab is a timer. I thought also that this would be complementary to all of these. So if you're working on an activity, exam, test, quiz, and you want a time projected on the screen, well, here you go. It already comes with presets, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then of course, if you want a different time, let's say we want at 60 minutes, we can go ahead and add that, enter, and then start the timer, and we have the countdown. The last tab is the settings tab. Here's where you can change the color, all right? And then you can also change the paper size that you would use to export your PDF. So if you're not using US letter, you can change it to A4. That would be the default paper size for your PDF. All right, so we're done with the demo part. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how I created this. This app was 100% vibe coded in Gemini. Okay, so we are in my Gemini account. This is the prompts that I used to create this. This prompt was created using my prompt generator app. I do have a video showing you how I did that. I'll leave the link to the video down below so you can check it out if you want. All right, so I started with this prompt, and here's a summary of the vibe coding session. I did have to go back and forth to change a few things. And I used the opportunity to add a bunch of additional tools that were not in the original prompt. So keep that in mind, because the original prompt was only made to create this group tab, right? The rest of the tabs came with conversations going back and forth with Gemini to add additional features to this utility tool. So keep that in mind. I'm going to wrap this video up here today, but before I leave, of course, if you want access to this prompt, I will leave a link that you can go ahead and access this prompt. The instruction tool will be in the description box below or in the pinned comment section. And if you want to go ahead and just test this tool out, I will also have a link to this copy that you can go ahead and test out. That would also be in the description box below. Let me know what you think and give me some feedback. Share it with people that you think might find it useful. Or if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.